All right, what's up, Finn fam? Cat in the Hat in the house, and today we're gonna talk to you a little bit about Kyler Murray. He may not be the best option out there, but he may be the best option for the Miami Dolphins, and I'm gonna explain a little bit why. But before we get into that, make sure y'all smash that like and subscribe, and grab those drinks and all of the goodies, because you're gonna like this. You're gonna go on a wild ride with Cat in the Hat tonight. That's right. After this video's over, you're gonna understand why Kyler Murray may not be the best option, but he might be the best option for the Miami Dolphins.
Well, all right, hey, Ron, it's been great talking to you. I agree with it.
What are you doing to evaluate the quarterback position heading into this year?
Yeah, so we're evaluating the entire roster, right? As it pertains to Tua, I know that question is coming, so I'll just get ahead of the curve. We've had conversations with Tua and his representation. Everything's on the table, including the potential of a trade. We don't know which way that's going to go. There's a lot of different factors at play, a lot of conversations being had. But evaluating the roster, Quinn did a nice job towards the end of the year. Excited about what's ahead for him. Tua, I thought, even though things didn't go well at the end of the year, did some good things along the way. And it's my job to infuse competition into that room along with every other room as we go down the road. Good. You're talking about the draft. You have to do what you need to do to help your football team. Age, injury history, consistency of performance, all of that comes into play. I think if you can help it, you don't want a player going into or close to going into a second contract around 30 years old. Having said that, the climate of college football, there are situations where you're going to have to look at those things and consider that to get good football players.
On the Tua front, how do you balance just who's best in the locker room and on the field versus just the salary cap implications that are so large?
Sure. I think when you're talking about Tua or any other player, obviously there's a financial component. There's a level of play component. We're going to exercise discipline, long-term vision and future with every decision we make, whether it's Tua or any other player within our organization.
So just like Sully said, we got to address the elephant in the room, right? He's already prepared for it. The whole Tua thing, it's put us in a spiral. And I'm just going to address this first before we address why Kyler Murray could possibly be the answer and possibly be a good fit for the Miami Dolphins, especially going through the 2026 season. We're not talking long term here. We're just kind of talking to get us through cap hell, right? And Tua is the reason we're in cap hell. We owe him $99 million over the next 2 years. It most likely going to turn into a post-June 1st cut to where we have to eat $54 million of his salary and the rest of it gets pushed into next year. Who has the better chance of reviving their career? Do you believe it's Tua, or do you believe it could be Kyler Murray? In my opinion, I don't think Tua has the ability to revive his career. I think he's just gone through too much, too many injuries, too many concussions. The regression is there. He's going backwards. You heard it. Sully said there's some boxes that you need to check off, and Tua doesn't check off any of those boxes. He's going to be pushing the wrong side of 30 when he's looking at his second contract. Sully mentioned that. Sully's also mentioned multiple times that they're looking for team players. I know they're going to go back and they're going to remember all those pressers from Tua Tagovailoa last year, throwing players under the bus, throwing coaches under the bus. It's just not good for the locker room moving forward. It's really not, right? And if these guys, this new regime wants to instill a new culture, instill toughness in this team, and really tear it down to the foundation and build it over again like they've been doing. Tua is part of that. He's got to go. Unfortunately, he's going to be a cancer in the locker room, and we can't afford it moving forward. Just got to cut him. Insert Kyler Murray. Same thing. Arizona Cardinals cut Kyler Murray. They owe him money. He's owed $36.8 million this year. They had to cut him because it just wasn't working out anymore. But that works out for the Miami Dolphins, right? Because guess what? Kyler Murray, we can get him at a vet minimum now. $1.3 million. $1.3 million. And I know what you're about to say. Oh, well, Cat, well, he's probably going to want more. I mean, sure. I'm sure he would want more. But does he deserve more? Does he deserve more? The answer to that is no. Not at the moment. Not at the moment he doesn't deserve more. Vet minimum. You're already making $36.8 million this year. You're getting paid that by Arizona. This is what it's going to look like. He's going to step into the room, or he's going to answer the phone. Sully's going to be on the other side and be like, look, man, why don't you come over here, play with us for a year. We'll sign you on that vet minimum. That's really all we can afford. I mean, you should be cool with it anyways because you're getting the 36.8 from Arizona. You're going to come over here. You're going to get to play with Bobby Slowik, who turned C.J. Stroud into Rookie of the Year in 2023. You're going to get to come over here. You're going to get to play with Bobby Slowik, Devon A-Chain. You're going to get to throw to Jalen Waddle. You're going to have Ollie Gordon in the backfield. Like, you're going to have pieces. You're going to have the ability to come over here and possibly resurrect your career. Maybe have a good year. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to make the QB1 spot. You're going to have to battle it out for that because there's going to be a competition in the QB room, Kyler. But I have faith that you will step up and you will try to revive your career. You'll use the Miami Dolphins as an opportunity to go and get a big contract next year, the following year. So what do you say, Kyler? You want to take the vet minimum, come over here, put on a good show for people so you can get yourself a big contract in 2027? Kyler going to hop all over that. And it's going to be good for the Miami Dolphins. I mean, like I said, he's not the best option, but if you're looking at all the pieces around it, he's the best option we got financially. And if you want to get technical, the Bobby Slowik offense that we're going to be running this year is kind of built for a guy like Kyler Murray anyways. And we're going to go through all of that. So bear with me. Let's take a wild ride through Kyler Murray's career. And then we're going to take a nice little wild ride through the Houston Texans 2023 season. All right, so here first you see we get Kyler Murray. Career through Kyler Murray's career. You can see here he has thrown the ball 2,941 times and completed 1,974 of those for a 67.1 completion percentage. So not great, but not horrible either. In that span, he's thrown for 20,460 yards, an average of 7 yards per, 121 touchdowns, 60 interceptions. So he's under 50% on his interceptions, like just under 50%, but he is there. He's been sacked 195 times. That's a lot. So he's taken quite a few hits. Tua could never. And then in the rushing game, You see he's got 532 carries for 3,193 yards with an average of 6 per carry. And that's 32 touchdowns. 32 touchdowns. This is a Bobby Slowik-led offense right here. 2023 Houston Texans. They went on to the AFC Championship. Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. You can see here he had 4,108 passing yards. And if we go through, alright, so you can see here he played 15 games, 319 completions on 499 attempts, 63.9, 4,108 yards, an average of 8.2, 273.9 yards per game, 23 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions, got sacked 38 times. CJ Stroud had a passer rating of 100.8 and reeled in Rookie of the Year that year. Under a Bobby Slowik-led offense, and this was a Bobby Slowik-led offense that also featured a first-year head coach in DeMeco Ryans. So not only did you have a first-year head coach in DeMeco Ryans, you had a rookie quarterback, and I'm pretty sure they also had a rookie wide receiver as well. Kind of sound familiar, right? Miami Dolphins right now going to have a first-year head coach. Could possibly have a rookie quarterback that ends up rolling out there. I know I'm talking about Kyler right now, but that doesn't, just because we grab him for the vet minimum does not necessarily mean he wins the QB battle. It just gives us another viable option that doesn't cost us anything and allows us to get rid of Tua and eat that contract. Just eat it. But you can see here, let's look at their rushing game, right? Let's go and let's look at the rushing game. Holy moly! Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all these people that rushed the ball for the Houston Texans in 2023. All of these people rushed the ball at least one time in 2023. You have tight ends rushing the ball. You have multiple quarterbacks, multiple running backs, every wide receiver pretty much touched the ball in the rushing game. Mainly led by Devin Singletary and Dameon Pierce. Both of them. Devin Singletary going for 216 carries and 898 yards with an average of 4.2, 4 touchdowns, while Dameon Pierce had 145 carries for 416 yards with an average of 2.9 and 2 touchdowns. CJ Stroud accounted for 3 touchdowns himself on 39 carries for 167 yards and 4.3. Tank Dell, 11 carries, 51 yards. So you see where I'm going here. Bobby Slowik-led offense features a lot of running, and not just from the running backs, but from wide receivers and from quarterbacks as well. And this is why Kyler Murray would be a good fit for Bobby Slowik's offense. If we keep going, we bring it down to the receivers. Same thing. You can see that in the receiving game, spreading the ball out. Spreading the ball out. You have running backs, tight ends getting utilized, wide receivers getting utilized. Just basically spreading that ball out so that it just keeps the defense on their toes. And this is what we have to look forward to this year, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think... Look at these names. Look at these names. Do you recognize any of them? I mean, Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz. But, I mean, look at some of the other guys. You had Robert Woods, Devin Singletary, John Mechie, Dameon Pierce, Xavier Hutchinson, Mike Boone, Dare Agumbawale, and a CJ Stroud. Bobby Slowik, with first-year head coach D'Amico Ryans, rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud, was able to take this team to the AFC Championship. Was able to have Rookie of the Year in C.J. Stroud. Throw for over 4,000 yards, have over 100 passer rating, with no superstars. Not one single superstar on this team. Not a big name, not a Tyreek Hill, not an A.J. Brown, no big names, no big name running back. A bunch of regular players. So you're telling me that Kyler Murray under Bobby Slowik's offense this year can't come in over here and resurrect his career and at least be serviceable, do a good job? Hell, he could be comeback player of the year next year. $1.3 million we can get Kyler Murray for. We need to jump on it. Cut Tua. We need to cut Tua, and we need to pull Kyler Murray in. $1.3 million. We could definitely afford that, and it should be no problem. And we move on, and you see here, Houston Texans went this far with a bunch of nobodies. Miami Dolphins can do the same thing. We just got to play our cards right, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I feel like Kyler Murray, he may not be the best option out there. He may not be the best quarterback out there. But for the Miami Dolphins, I feel like he's the best fit. I feel like he's the best option. So let me know what y'all think down in the comments down below. Definitely smash that like and subscribe because we're going to be back for more videos. We're going to talk more Dolphins football because we in the off season and there's a whole lot going on right now. Thanks. Peace out.
Don't agree with it? That's too bad.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Like and subscribe anyways.